Hi.
Hi, everyone.
We're continuing on with our Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree today. And we're glad you're here. Thanks for hopping in. Who was not here on the first one? Anybody?
I saw part of it.
You saw part of it? Okay.
Yeah.
You were not here live, but you were watching.
I was watching from the other room, just part of it.
You know, someone asked while we were on the live, and I forgot to go back to the comment, and then I couldn't find the comment, but you found the answer for us.
Okay.
The question was the boo bag that we showed, which boo bag, if you didn't see it,
it's cute.
Go to the website, check out the tab, but I should have grabbed it.
Oh, maybe.
But someone asked, is the boo bag done in the hoop?
And the answer is the boo bag blocks that make up the boo bag are stitched in the hoop, and then you assemble the boo bag on the regular sewing machine.
So there you go.
There's the answer.
I don't remember who asked. I don't know where the comment
went.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So I thought we should share that right out of the gate.
That's a good thing to answer all those questions.
Okay. So for those of you who are jumping in, this is my mom, Annie, and one of the original Hoop sisters with my Aunt Linda. And this morning we did a trunk show with all of the pretty things that are in the Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree category on our website. We'll have Nina drop the link to that so you can go see all of it. We did a full trunk show, lots of great stuff in that category. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because, hi, Mom, Joan said. Annie,
Joan.
Did I not say your name? I probably didn't say your name.
I don't know.
Who knows? Okay. So anyways, there we go. So if you missed it, if you missed the first live that we did at 10 a.m. Eastern, maybe go back and catch it because it's Nina and I doing a trunk show showing off all of the quilts that are in the Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree category. And we also have some flash sale today, only specials going on. You want to talk about the specials?
The specials are what we're going to do is 10% off items in that particular category in our website, and you get a free gift with your order. And all specials, all of it, it's going to expire at midnight tonight. And going back and watching the replay of the trunk show is great. The website shows things, gives you lots of information and pictures. But if you really want more in-depth information, just find the replay, or maybe I think Nina was going to post the replay.
Yeah, it's definitely within the event, and we can always drop the event link too. We have the whole day worth of fun posts and different things within our Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree event in our Facebook group. It is a mouthful.
It is.
But let's talk more. Maybe I'll put this camera up, Mom, and you can show the free gift with purchase that we are doing today. Yeah, that's all of it. It's a lot. I know.
Like that too?
Yeah.
Okay. So here it is. It's just a cute little mug rug with some hard candies all wrapped up in cellophane. And there's even this cute little guy here where you can make like a tagged version of it. And you could even add someone's name to it and put that on their trick or treat bag. It's just super cute. And why not decorate your kitchen as well?
That's so
and put
cute.
Those candies on a kitchen towel, which is super cute too. So today I'm going to stitch out the cute little mug rug for you. The back of it just has the folded edge that you just turn. So it's real easy to complete the entire thing in the hoop and then quickly trim it and turn it, and you'll be all set. So this is what we're going to work on right now.
Fun. Okay. And just again, we'll say this a couple times as we go through, but this is our free gift with any purchase from our Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree on the website. And we'll post the link several times too, and check out the trunk show within the event. So, okay. Are you ready to get stitching?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm over at the machine, of course. And the first thing you're going to do for this little mug rug is you're going to hoop your battleizer. And again, if you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about or what this product is, it's basically a very thin, wonderful batting that has stabilizer attached to it too. So it gives you the stability you need with embroidery, but also the batting that you need when you're making a quilt, or in this case, a little mug rug. So our first step in our design is just a stitch that does this. And I've already stitched that out. And what this does is this shows you where basically the mug rug is inside your hoop. So I have stitched it out in a purple thread. When you stitch this out, our instructions tell you to use a water-soluble thread. And I think that there's a reason that we do that, because several of the first steps, you can just use water-soluble. That way you don't have to change it constantly. And then, so just follow your instruction. It'll tell you exactly what thread and what fabric to use for each and every step. So our next step that we're on is fabric 2. And this is going to be our background fabric that was on our cute little mug rug. And we're just going to center that over the placement stitch. And I like to lift it up after I lay it there just to make sure I have equal amounts on each side, and also at the top and bottom. Looks like I need to scooch it down a little bit. And I just kind of eyeball it to make sure it looks fairly even. And this is also a water-soluble step. And we are going to, and I think I will switch it. I'm going to actually do what the instructions say, like I tell you to do. And I'm going to actually put water-soluble thread in the needle. That way, I think you guys on this dark fabric will be able to see this a little bit better. Whoops, sorry, I just bumped the camera. So let me switch my threads out real quick. And again, this is going to tack our background fabric to our battleizer. And it's also going to do placement stitches for our little pieces of candy. And I'm just making sure my fabric is smooth so that when it gets to the end, it doesn't have a little pucker or pleat that's in there. Okay, so now I'm still on step 2. It did the tack down to hold the background fabric to the battleizer. And now it's going to stitch placement stitches for each of the pieces of candy. So I think you guys can see that pretty well. Here's the first piece. I think there's 4 pieces of candy in this. 5. There's 5. And you could make them all the same color if you want to. Like if you had a bag of butterscotch or peppermints is what I'm thinking of. Mm-hmm. Or you could make them all different colors, make it a assorted bunch of hard candy. So while we're sitting here stitching this out, if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to put those in the comments and we'll try to address them. If we don't address them while we're sewing, we'll try and get to most of them at the end. So feel free to ask any questions that you might have. Hi, Roberta. It's good to hear from you. Thank you for that sweet compliment. We love you. Okay, so our next step is we're going to take our wrapper fabric, and this is going to be our wrapper fabric. And I'm just going to place it right over all of those pieces of candy. And this is still a water-soluble thread step. And I'm just going to center it.
Tracy just asked that. So there you go, Tracy.
Yes, still using water-soluble thread. Now we're going to tack our wrapper fabric on there. And then after that, we're going to trim around each little individual piece of the wrapper. This is going to be a little bit more difficult for you to see that because I am using the water-soluble thread in this step. Perhaps I should have changed it back. Okay, Tracy wanted to know why water-soluble thread. Well, I will tell you that the first 3 steps, they are all, every single one of them is all the same thread, all the water soluble. And you could be changing thread to match the fabric, which to me just kind of slows you down. But there is actually an even better reason, is that this first part here where we just did a tack down of all the way around to hold that in place. If we were later when we sew our backing on it, one of our last step in this, if it did not exactly line up and the white was showing, or whatever color thread you use instead of water soluble on the front, then all you'd have to do is get it wet rather than get your seam ripper out. So I think, Tracy, the short answer is laziness.
No, it's work smarter,
Okay.
not harder.
Oh, okay. That does sound better, doesn't it? That was a good, timely question. And maybe a slightly sarcastic answer. And so when you stitch this out, or maybe if you're watching, you may notice that as it does each little end of the wrapper and it does the tack down stitch, it's going to go around that twice. And we do that with our applique because if you're, as you're cutting it close to the stitching, if you just happen to snip into one of those threads, then you have a second thread that's hopefully holding that in place. So that's the reason we do that. Yes, Sheila. Yes, you can. Matter of fact, that's a good question. She wants to know if we can use different colors of fabric for each candy. And that's actually what we're going to do today. So you can see our little sample here of our trick or treat candy mug rug. We have all different colors. What it's doing right now, it's not doing the candy centers. It's doing the wrapper. That's why it is all the same color. So this is the wrapper portion of it. And then each one of these is done individually. You can use the same color if you want, or just do different color each and every time. Okay, so now we have our wrappers. So what you're going to do with this now is I like to use our Hoop Scissors Mini as the Bomb Diggity. And I'm basically going to just cut it close to the stitching. And the nice thin sharp blades that this Hoop Scissors Mini is helps me get nice and close to those tack down stitches. And so there's one end of the wrapper all taken care of. Let me do another one. And I will tell you too, if you're taking the hoop off the machine, you're gonna wanna to get to some of the areas to cut it. I just want to caution you, make sure you do it while laying on a flat, not you laying on a flat surface, but your hoop laying on a flat surface.
What the heck is going on?
I don't know.
There's a weird image now in my head.
Sarah said she has a strange image in her head now. But just make sure you don't like lay it on your lap and have your knee push things, maybe pop it out of the hoop or get the design out of alignment. So basically you're going to go through all these little areas and you're going to cut it right up close to the stitching. And this is our wrapper. So guess what I'm going to do? I am going to, this is kind of like we took our cue from cooking shows from years ago. And I'm going to get my hoop out of the machine. Let's see here. I'm first going to, I need to move my hoop so I can get it out of the machine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have the same design that is just like 2 stitches ahead, just to help save some time, but I will explain everything that we're doing. Okay, and now the other, hold on, you gotta bear with me now. I gotta change my hoop because we did change hoops on this as well.
Which you won't do.
You won't do. This is just because we're changing hoops and jumping ahead a little bit. Okay, so you can see that right here on our design, we did cut out all of our little wrapper fabrics. The other thing we did on this step is we put thread in the needle. Whoops, put thread in the needle that matches our wrapper fabric. And it did some cute little design, and it also did the satin stitch around the outside edge of all that wrapper fabric. Now I'm going to I thought it'd be smoother moving on to the next step. Okay, so we did the stitching around there. Our step after that is we're going to start adding our little pieces of candy fabric. So I'm going to start here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change then to a thread that matches my fabric. So all these steps will be the same, only different color fabric. So you're going to change your thread to match it. So I'm going to put my purple thread in the needle. I still have embroidery bobbin thread in the bobbin, and we're just going to use that all the way through. All right, get my needle threader working for me. All right, so this is my first place for my candy. So I'm going to lay my little piece of purple fabric there, and I will just hit the start button, and it'll sew a circle around there. And again, you can see it does the stitching around there twice, just in case we get a little too close with our scissors. All right. And then you're going to take your hoop scissors mini again. And I like to just lay the blades flat and pull the fabric outward. And you can get a really nice close cut by doing that. And again, I took my hoop off the machine, but I'm cutting where in an area where it can be laid flat. All right, I'm going to spin this around. And then our next step is going to be some stitching on the inside of our candy, as well as the satin stitch around the edge of it. And we do that now because I've now matched my thread color with my fabric. So we're going to do our satin stitches right now and some other stitching. So that's cute. It's just a real quick applique and satin stitch.
This made me think of vinyl too.
Oh, yeah.
Vinyl, make it shiny.
Yeah. Yep. I like the iridescent cellophane idea. We haven't tested that. So if you've tested that already with the satin stitch, then I say go for it. But it would look really cute.
I like that fabric, the purple, like the heather looking fabric.
Yeah,
too.
I do too. And these are my other fabric colors that we have for this. They're just really pretty. And then I have a thread to match each and every one of them. So you would just repeat the process with the next one and lay your fabric here. It stitches the tack down, and then you trim it close with the hoop scissors mini, and then you go ahead and do the satin stitches and those detailed stitches that's inside the candy.
See that comment from Sue?
Sue, if you change the fabrics, that design would be cute for Christmas. Great idea. I love it. We're going to be seeing a bunch of those pictures in the VIP group.
Yeah.
Okay, again, we're going to do the cooking show technique. And look at that. I already have this done.
That's a good point, Joan. Who knows? It could melt. I don't know. If you use the cellophane or the vinyl, that's a good point.
That is a good point. So it depends on what your use of it will be. Okay, so I'm gonna, since I have done the cooking thing, I'm gonna jump ahead on my machine and fast forward to the step where we left off on.
Yeah, they're full of good ideas today. So a striped fabric would look really cute too.
Oh, like peppermint or something.
Yeah.
Very cute. Okay, I'm going to change my thread. The next thing that is going to stitch on here is, grab my little mug rug, is the lettering that says trick or treat. So I'm going to put the bright orange in there. I just think that's the way to go. If they were all gold, they'd look like butterscotch.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so now we're going to do the trick or treat lettering on here. And then we have just one step after that. Any more questions, Aubrey?
Just lots of ideas.
Oh, good.
Here's
Purple or neon green lettering. Oh, yeah. That would look sharp. Something bright against that dark
I
fabric.
don't think we've done this, but
Have you ever used 2 layers all at once, like cellophane and cotton? We have not. We have not, Susan. Something to think about, though. Yes, cute pot holders. If you're going to do this as a pot holder or a hot pad, I would recommend you getting the type of batting that has the silver on it that is made for things that are hot. The battleizer might not be enough to protect you as a pot holder gift. And you'd hate to give that as a hostess gift and then have it not work for them.
yeah, it's so bright.
Yeah, that's the name of it. Thank you, Lori. And so bright. Yep. Looks like Lori's in her car in her picture
Yeah.
and still answering questions, helping us out here.
She's amazing.
I know. I'm sure that's not actually the case, but you never know.
Looking cute.
It is. Yeah, so what we are stitching out today is that free gift with purchase. So if you have anything you're buying today, this will also end up in your cart, right, Aubrey? Am I getting that right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
end up in your cart.
Oh,
Plus- Plus, you get 10% off
Yep.
the items within the Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree category. So. Lori said she's not at work. Or not in her car. She's at work. Be quiet. She said, shh.
Don't say your name. Linda wants to know what machine brand we are using. We are using a Janome CM17 today. Lori, I will confess that I also at work watched them do their trunk show or part of their trunk show this morning. However, I thought it was a work thing and it was okay. So please forgive me, all my coworkers. Yep, Sharon guessed the machine. She has one too. Nice. And your background on this doesn't have to be black. I'm just thinking if I didn't do like a darker background, what color maybe would I do? So, okay, so now what I'm going to do is, we should just left that thread in there. I'm going to put it back in there. Now we're going to add the backing for your mug rug, but we're going to lay it on top and we're going to turn it. So bear with me as I redo what I just undid. Okay, so what we've done, and the instructions will tell you the size, is we have 2 rectangular pieces of fabric here that we have folded in half and pressed, and you are going to lay them just like that over the top, and the folded edge is towards the center. And you're going to, it should overlap about 1 inch in the center. So this is my overlap. And then you're just going to take a thread that matches your fabric. I just put the orange back in there and that's fine, just so that I can show you guys. And now it's just going to do stitch around the perimeter. So this is our seam. My orange thread in my seam is going to really show up. That's why you should match it. When it comes over this end, I just want you to be aware that just make sure that your foot doesn't get caught in there. It's a possibility. So just make sure it's laying flat when the foot comes over into that area. Right. I'm going to clip my thread tail. So now I'm going to take it back over to the cutting table and we are going to trim this and turn it and admire it one more time.
We should also talk about, before you move those, Mom, we should talk about how we're showing you the mug rug that's part of the free gift, but it also, again, comes with some other fun little extras. So you're actually getting this little 3D candy. And we said earlier, this would be cute, like if you have grands or great grands and you make a little candy bag for them for Halloween.
And someone had, maybe several people had mentioned like peppermints.
Yes.
So if you had maybe a striped fabric or something,
it would look so cute.
Yeah, that'll be great for Christmas. You could add a name to it. It could be a gift tag.
It's very versatile.
Very versatile.
We're showing it as Halloween, but it's super versatile. And then we also have individual, like pulled out some appliques too. So that's all part of the free gift with purchase today.
Yeah. All right. So let me get this out of the hoop. Okay, so here is our little mug rug. And you can see there's nothing on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our trimmer by George to trim all 4 sides of this. And by getting rid of the bulk that is in the seam, that is going to make it turn and lay flat really nice. So that's what we're going to do. So if you're not familiar with our trimmer by George, it is an acrylic ruler, but it has a unique feature. And that is this metal edge. And this metal edge is what protects your fabric on the front so you don't accidentally slice in it, because it would be so easy to slice into that if you tried to put the ruler right on the edge of that. And also, if you tried to cut it with the scissors, it'd be so easy just to slice right into that. So the metal edge of the trimmer by George is going to protect the fabric on the front. So you're going to slide it in between the battleizer and the fabric. And you're just going to, we like to call it shimmy it in there and then lay it down. And then we just do a gentle tug and we make sure no fabric is peeked out by doing that tugging. And then you're going to take your rotary cutter and you're going to use that metal edge to cut against. And I will tell you, you do need to have a 60 millimeter rotary cutter because this metal edge will raise your ruler up a little bit and you need that clearance between the edge of the blade and where the screw is to hold it all together. So I'm going to do the other side. And I like to do this side and then that side. That way, if I have extra scraps, I can just zigzag them together. We call that frankenbatting. And then you can rehoop that and use that for your next project. So
No waste.
No waste. So you're going to, again, lay the metal edge on top of the battleizer and slide it in between the battleizer and the fabric, shimmy it in there, and then lay it down and do a gentle tug and make sure none of the fabric is peeking out. And then use your 60 millimeter rotary cutter and the straight edge of the trimmer by George to cut all that excess bulk away. That way it won't be in your seam. You can turn this little project a lot easier without having that bulk there. So I'll just do the other two ends. And then the only thing left is, if you can see my orange, I used orange here. This is my seam. We're now going to trim 1/4 inch from that. Now we have black fabric, but we have black marks on our ruler. So what I like to do is just turn it over. And then I can find my basting stitch. I'll align my 1/4 inch mark up with that basting stitch. And then I will go ahead and trim the excess fabric away. And I'll do that again on all 4 sides.
You're so smart.
And side number 3. Okay. Whoa. I feel like we need a new blade.
You do.
It's that hump where there's 4 layers of fabric that it wants to fight with me. Okay. And then what I would do is I would just clip the corners. You can use your rotary cutter or your scissors, but just make sure you get those corners clipped. And that'll help the corners lay nice and flat as well. One more little corner. Okay, and since we did this with a folded fabric, and we put 2 pieces that are overlapping, we can now just go ahead and turn this right side up. And I'm going to poke out the corners. Should have brought my scissors over here. You just get the corners poked out real good. She's giving me a pen. Oh, that'll work. Nah, afraid of that pen. But anyway, you get the idea. You will poke the corners out with a pen or
not a pen.
or not a pen, or get a blunt scissor or some, not a super sharp scissors, but a scissors will help poke those corners out, and then you can give it a good press, and it'll look just as beautiful as this one right here.
And then I pinned this a couple questions or comments earlier, and this one, since I feel like this is a timely time to talk about it.
Oh, Donna.
So I'm reading this as is she would take this and put treats down in here.
Yes.
How fun would that be?
That would be really fun. And Donna, the other thing and you're probably are 6 steps ahead of me, as well, it's in the hoop, put the back on in the hoop so that the backing is on there too. So Oh, you guys are so smart. That would be really super cute. Put some treats in there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, the other question I pinned earlier. This is a great question, Diane. So what I'm gonna do is we actually have a text club, or is anyone in our text club? I'm going to pop the link to it real quick. I snagged the link. I'm dropping it in there. We do send text reminders, and the links are right in the text, so it's super simple. So if you're not yet part of our text group, get in the text group. It's the best way to keep up to date. We send texts when we open a new workshop for registration, but we also send texts like as we are about to go live. So that would be a great thing to do if you are not already in that text group.
Helps you find us fast at
Yeah.
the right time.
Yeah, it does help. I just everyone's busy, right? And you can just kind of
Yeah.
watch it right from your phone. It's right in your hand. So chopsticks, that's a great idea.
Yes.
Chopsticks. She just went and got her scissors. She couldn't
Yeah,
take
I
it.
couldn't take it. I see a little thread tail there. There. I think it's looking good now. I would give it a press and we're
fun.
all set to go.
The other thing
Cool.
that I didn't notice until I was over here staring at this while you were sewing is there's different, like this one's got a swirl. This one's got like almost like looks like a pizza.
Yep.
think
And
I'm
then
getting hungry.
these two, it's a pizza, but it's like curved
Yeah.
pizza. So yeah,
So
they're
it's
very
fun.
cute. Very cute.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as we're wrapping up here, just want to remind everyone that this is basically our free gift with purchase today for our Hoop Connections event called Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree. We do these once a month. And Nina actually comes up with all the designs that we're going to showcase in a trunk show. We do that about 10 in the morning. And then we have some specials throughout the day in a specific category. So we'll have Nina drop that link so you can get straight to that category. It's got so many good things in it today. I love all the stuff in there. And everything in that category today is 10% off. That will happen automatically at the cart level. So you don't need to put in a coupon code or anything. The other thing that's going to happen is it will pop in the free gift, which is what Annie was stitching. We've shown it quite a bit today. That will pop in there for free.
I'm going to ask a question someone may be thinking.
Yeah.
Will it pop in for free? There's no, you have to spend X number
Correct.
of dollars, no matter what you spend.
No matter what you spend,
Yeah.
shop the Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree
Yeah.
category. You'll get 10% off no matter what design you pick. And the free gift is no minimum. Anything you purchase will have that pop in there. And I can't wait to see how you guys make this because there were so
Yeah.
many great ideas today.
I love.
I
Yeah,
hope you
it's
guys
just
try
so
'em.
cute. Yeah, pretty soon we'll be seeing the Christmas towels, the Christmas mug rugs, and tags used
Mhm.
with the same design. So I love that.
Yep. All right, you all. Well, we hope you had fun. We're wrapping it up for today, but there are party posts going on in the event tab of our VIP Facebook group. That's where you're going to find it. Just go to our VIP Facebook group, click events, Jack-o'-lantern Jamboree, and then click in the discussions. And Nina's going to have stuff going on in there until 3:00. And we're going to also be giving away 5 yards of Battleizer.
Ooh,
All you have to do is
nice.
get in there and comment and
Yes.
participate in the party to be entered to win. So
Yeah.
go have fun the rest of the
Yep.
day. Happy Friday.
Yep. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Thanks for coming.
Bye.